Hello and welcome to Bay Bloodstock, a podcast about Bloodstock Festival, music and the industry, and all other aspects related to rock and metal. This episode is all about Bloodstock 2022. Simon's going
2022?
Why am I saying 2022?
I don't know. You've gone into the past, bro.
Why? It's not like I'm stuck a year behind either.
You just went like, woo!
Have I just read 2022 somewhere or something and it's just stuck in my head? Anyway, this episode is all about Bloodstock 2026, which Simon is going to. I am not. So we're going to question Simon all about it. Who you're looking forward to, what you're hoping to get up to, who you're going to destroy on the bins.
Oh, hells yeah.
Everything else. But before we do that, how are you? How have you been the last couple of weeks?
I've been good. Nothing major. I feel like I say this every episode now. Nothing major to report, really. Nothing's really happened since we went to Maiden.
No.
I've been going to work. I've come home. I've done things. That's really all that's happened. Nothing much.
Yeah. It's still quite hot though, isn't it? Like, you can't really do a lot else at the moment.
It was getting all right. It was like end of last week, this weekend, it was kind of like, all right, nice. We're getting back to how I like it. And then all of a sudden now it's just starting to, and I'm like, oh my God. I was on my phone to my brother today because he called me about Bloodstock and I was like, yeah, cool. And then he was like, oh yeah, by the way, it's going to be absolutely boiling probably. I was like, oh great, okay, fantastic.
Of course, Bloodstock always is.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's not great when you're there. It's great to think about it, and it's great to remember afterwards how hot it was. But it's not great when you're there and the sun is like killing you. You saw how bad my heat rash was. I don't want that again, basically. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah.
Was that just because of cycling, though, and you were kind of new to cycling, or the shorts that you had?
No, I get it. It's just that hot. Like I got it when I went to my dad's in Spain. Anywhere that's over like 28 degrees, and if I'm out in it and I'm moving, I will just get heat rash on my arms, I'll get it on my legs, I'll get it on my neck. My body just goes, no, you shouldn't be out in this. You should be indoors. You should be indoors in a cool room. Basically, my body just reminded me of it. So yeah, that's what I mean. At Bloodstock, I don't want to be covered in heat rash and unhappy. Although I'll be drunk, you numb it with alcohol. But then when you wake up in the morning, you're like, everything is covered. and it hurts, until you have a few more beers and then it goes away. But yeah.
Yeah, cool. You should just move to Scotland or something where it never gets over like 15 degrees.
Oh, yeah, like perfect countries for me to live in is like Iceland or fucking Finland or around there. That's where I need to be, where there is minimal sunlight. I will be happy.
Yeah, and plenty of bands to join.
Oh,
Finland,
yes. I can finally join a black metal band.
Yeah.
I'm going to practice my black metal vocals.
Cool. But yeah, same for me. I haven't really done a lot. I haven't had the energy to do much of anything still. Just getting home and I'm just sitting down and doing nothing. Our oven broke the day after download, and I've had I think the element has gone, and I've had a new element for it for about a week now, and just I haven't had the energy to try and fix it when I get home from work. So that's a job for tomorrow.
I understand though. Yeah, you've got physical. You've got. I walk around and do some stuff, but I sit mainly. Whereas you are walking all day, so I get it why you're so knackered. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, walking a bit more than usual at the moment as well. Doing probably 11 to 12 miles a day. It's normally about 10 miles a day. But that extra 1 or 2 miles on top of the 10 is hard,
Yeah, I bet.
So yeah, it's tough. It's tough at the minute. But anyway, Bloodstock. Let's talk about Bloodstock. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we go into Bloodstock? Any other news, actually?
No, don't think so.
No? Okay.
Nothing I can think of. So if it comes to me later, we'll mention it. But yeah, nothing that I can think of right now that we urgently need to speak about.
Okay. We always used to talk about like new music and stuff like that, didn't we? I feel like we haven't done that apart from Devil Driver. Oh, let's listen to Devil Driver today. So I want to say 14th of August, Raunchy's new album is out. And Saliva's new album is out.
On the same day?
2 albums in the same day, yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah. So we have to review those, 100%.
Definitely. Listening party to Raunchy, I reckon.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Live on Patreon or something.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have to work out what day it is.
It's going to be a Friday, I assume. But yeah, cool. So yeah, Bloodstock 2026. This year headlined by Saxon, Lamb of God, Slaughter, STP. Right, I'm going to ask you. STP, is that Slaughter to Prevail, Stone Temple Pilots, or Sir Terry Pratchett?
It's all through. Stone Temple Pilots, I'd say, out of those.
For you, yeah. Every time I see people talking like using that acronym online, it is normally about Slaughter to Prevail, but I always see Sir Terry Pratchett every time. I'm like,
oh, I get you. Okay, yeah, right, I get you. The nerd's way of looking at it, totally.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Slaughter to Prevail on the Saturday and Judas Priest on the Sunday. So this is your 5th year going?
6th. This is my 6th Bloodstock.
6th.
Yeah.
They're not there. They're at Arctangent.
6th. Although I will be going to Arctangent as well, but unfortunately I will be missing the 6th day, which is, sucks so bad because they're one of our favourites. But yeah, well, I'm not going till the Thursday, so but oh well. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm buzzing. Like I've said before, I said to you, I've said to other people, like, I had such a great time at Maiden because I didn't go to download. And that was just 2 days. And like, we had so much fun. And I look forward to Bloodstock now when I have a download in the same year, just as much, if sometimes not even a little bit more than I look forward to download, because I always feel like I let my hair down more at Bloodstock. So I'm always like, oh, and the fact that there's been no download in my life this year, and now Bloodstock, that is, I don't think I've ever looked forward to a festival more. And I think I'll say the same about next year's download, because it would have taken so long, and it would have been so long since I've had download. But currently, I've not looked forward to a festival so much than I have to Bloodstock 2026.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that. We'll remember that. It depends on who's headlining download.
I just think in general, I'll just be so excited to be back at download again. So I just think I'm going to be super. I think having a year off will. Even just having one download off has kind of made me appreciate everything more. So, it's turned. I have been speaking to Stu and a couple of people about this. I was a heel in wrestling talk, right? Heels are the bad guys, right? Cool. I was a heel, and I kind of was being a little bit. I don't know. I kind of resented everything. I started to resent other content creators. I started to resent download a little bit over the last few years. I've just started to become a little bit bitter. And this has I've made a face turn. I've totally face turned. I have become a good guy. I'm really trying to do well when it comes to content creating, support other creators, not be so bitter, just be good, and really look forward to festivals and appreciate them for what they are. So I've done a complete face turn.
Cool. Let's have some examples. Who's done that in wrestling for the non?
Oh, I mean, no. I was going to say I kept on sending the guys in the group loads of Hulk Hogan turning heel memes, but it's the other way around for me. So, Hulk Hogan turning heel was probably the biggest trigger to change the wrestling industry from being rubbish to being one of the biggest, most talked about things for about 5 years in the late 90s, early 2000s. So that Hulk Hogan heel turn is still considered to be the moment when it changed wrestling forever. So, yeah, it's my reverse Hogan moment.
Okay. I didn't know much about Hulk Hogan or who or how he was.
So basically, he was a good guy. He was a good guy the whole time. He was one of the most popular wrestlers. The whole world revolved around him in the 80s. Everyone loved Hulk Hogan. Was everywhere. He was in movies. He was all over the world. And then he left WWE. He went to WCW, and he was a good guy. And then the world changed around him, and people were like, we don't want the goody two shoes, drink your milk, say your prayers guy anymore, because it's the 90s, and we want a cool guy. So people started to resent the really good guys. So in fact, in the 90s, it turned out that if you were bad, you were actually more popular than when you were good. So people started heel turning, and when he'd done a heel turn and turned on everyone, all of the like sort of people that loved wrestling at the time freaked out, because they were like, holy shit, this good guy who's been a good guy for like 15 years has just gone bad, basically. And then it blew everyone's minds, and then the landscape changed. And then you had people like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, all that, those people come along, and they were all dicks. But dicks were cool. So if you were being a dick, everyone liked you for some reason. So yeah, it's kind of like that moment for me. Everything is turned on its head just from missing a download. That's it. Yeah. That's what's triggered all of this.
What triggered the bad guy in the first place, or the good guy?
No, it's triggered the bad guy to become the good guy.
Right, okay.
Cool. I'm now the knight in shining armor. I'm the Cody Rhodes. I'm walking around with the belts. I'm going to all the sign-ins. I'm going to see the kids in the hospitals. I'm doing all the good stuff, all the promos, all the TV. I'm doing it all. Sorry, if you're a wrestling fan, this is great stuff. If you're not, you are baffled by all this.
Yeah. But I think people will be baffled anyway. I mean, you spoke to me about this on the way to EdFest. So I already knew about it a little bit. But in all of your videos or on here, people wouldn't have seen that side of you anyway. So people would just be like, what are you on about? You were never a bad guy.
It was more of an internal. It was more of an internal thing, my thing. Yeah. Not that I'm not fake on my social media or on my videos, but I just didn't say. But I guess speaking on here for the last year and a bit, people could probably tell that I was getting a little bit bitter towards things and a little bit resentful of everything. So yeah, I'm just I'm posy now. I'm posy, mate.
Cool. Well, if you're listening and you want to help out, send Simon some love or some money, as he would normally.
Send me money. Send me money. I don't care about your likes. All right, I've had enough. I want your money. Send me your money. All right.
Show me the money. Right. Cool. Bloodstock then.
Bloodstock.
Loads and loads to unpack here. Why don't you start with maybe some of the bands that you're most looking forward to?
Okay.
Do you want to start with that?
Yeah, sure. The bands I'm most looking forward to. I would say, we'll go. I guess we'll go. I don't know where we should start. There's tons of bands I'm looking forward to, so I don't really know where to start.
I know you love alphabetical order, so on lineup posters. So why don't you
no, thank you, sir. Did you hear that, download? You can keep your alphabetical, all right? We don't like it. Stop it. For some reason, it makes it harder to read bands. Leave it alone.
Black Spiders. Are you looking forward to them? I'm just going to read them some random names out.
We'll go day by day. We'll do Thursday quickly, and then we'll speak a little bit about the festival, and then I'll do all the other shit.
Okay.
Starting with Thursday, I mean, there are bands on there that I recognise and I have listened to in little bits, but there's no, apart from Saxon, obviously. And Carter said something quite weird to me the other day. He's like, "Oh, that Bloodstock playlist you made," and I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "I never realised how many Saxon songs I knew," and I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, for some reason, every other song I recognised," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And I do like Saxon a lot. They're like a really, really, really cheesy Iron Maiden. Like, their music is really good, but they're like Iron Maiden turned up to 11, but twice as cheesy. I do like Saxon a lot. But yeah, they're just like Maiden now. It's just a bunch of old blokes, but I still think it will be
old blokes.
Well, yeah, they all are, aren't they? All these old bands. But I still think it will be a lot of fun on a Thursday. And it triggers a lot of other stuff, actually, saying this, because I think we spoke about it. Did we speak about it in the last episode? I can't remember, because Reading now want to go to 4 days of music, don't they?
Yeah, you spoke about that, and I had not heard anything about that. So
yeah, they've put because they have to have a music license for each day, so they've put in to have a full day on of music. But they've completely stopped the BBC introducing stage. And some of the biggest bands that have ever played Reading or loads of other festivals started on the BBC introducing stage. So everyone's like, right, so you've stopped. And this is a good catalyst because I said in my video the other day, no one supports grassroots music in metal as much as Bloodstock do.
Oh,
it would
absolutely not. Yeah.
It would be like Bloodstock completely cutting the New Blood stage, but the BBC introducing one's on another level because they've been going for so long. So many bands that are huge now have played the BBC introducing stage, managed to get on there, and they've just cut it completely, and now they've put in for a fourth day. So it's like these festivals, man, they love that money. They love that money, and it's kind of killing other. If you don't give the grassroots stuff, there's gonna be no new bands to come through.
No.
And music with actual instruments is already dwindling in the wind next to other things because AI's come along now. So I don't know. I just feel like it's another.
He's the man. What?
I wrote that though.
Did you?
It was performed by AI, but I did write it.
Oh, okay. Performed by AI, you knob.
but do you get what I mean, though? Like, we should be doing these big festivals should be doing more. Like, Download doesn't do nearly enough to help metal at all. Not even close.
It is in a negative for Download, I would say, of how much they do. We should go into that in way more detail about Download because, like you said, there's so much more they could do, but it's all bands that Cameron Hack likes, and his mates the other bands can't get in. Like, we'll talk about. Are they on here? Are they playing here? Maybe they played last year. Raised by Owls. I don't think they're on here this year. They've just played Hammerdown. If bands got big from their own marketing, they would be the biggest band in the world right now.
Oh, without a doubt. Their marketing is unbelievable. And they just seem like they're good. Yeah,
absolute geniuses. But, I'm pretty sure they played Bloodstock last year. Can't get anywhere near Download because they're not on Cam's watch list.
Yeah, I mean, I don't listen. Like, I guess the main stage bands have always been like that because before it was whoever Andy wanted to play, and now it's whoever Cam wants to play. I think that's fine. Like on the main stages, but on the having one band win a Kerrang thing to get through, and you just have one new band, and it's like there's going to be no support after the fact for that new band anyway. That's why these Metal to the Masses and these BBC introducing stages are so important because they give small bands a starting point, a beginning point to aim for. And, it's great to go to Download. Don't get me wrong. We speak about Download so much, how much we love it. They could always do better. And I think for the last, God knows how long, they haven't done enough to support small bands. And Bloodstock is doing that. Yeah. They're doing that in droves. And now Reading have cut it. It's just pointed out these huge gaps of these big festivals. And it just so happens they're both run by Live Nation. So, they're... One of my pluses about this festival was it's independent. Same with Trees, They don't have these big people to answer to, when the money's going to go, or, how do we make more money? I know, let's cut new music and just get in another day so we can just hike up the tickets. I mean, I'll give it 2 years before Download is a 4-day festival because it's owned by the same people, which means it will go the exact same way.
You think?
It's going to happen because they need to make money, and it's a business. Like, we get that, we understand that a festival's a festival, but first of all, it's a business. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't happen. So, got to speak on that level. But anyway, this is a whole different can of worms. But I'm just saying,
definitely,
it is a huge thing that Bloodstock do the metal to them. I know they do it with other people as well. It's not just Bloodstock. It's a whole conglomerate of people. They put it on. They promote it. It's all out through the country. Bands battle their asses off to try and get onto Bloodstock, and it means something to people. And
absolutely, yeah.
I just think it's literally one of the best. It's one of the best things any festival does. It's insanely cool.
Like you were saying a minute ago, I don't think you were insinuating that they were going to stop, but there is 0% chance that Bloodstock goes the same way and has a 4-day thing and cuts off that stage. There's no way they would ever do that.
No, Bloodstock have seemed to add another day for like special occasions and stuff. Like sometimes they'll be like, sometimes it will just be the 3 days, and then like for a couple of years they'll just like go, come on, we're going to add an extra day. Or this one, 25th anniversary, let's have a 4 days. So it's cool. It's cool that they've done that, and we loved it when Download done that because it was amazing. It was like, oh my god, more music. This is fucking cool. Like
Yeah, but like you said, because it's independent. They can do whatever they want. They don't have to go to the board or anything and say, like, we want to do this and this is how much money it'll make us. So they probably can basically like what we do as well. Like let's do what we want.
Do what we want. Yeah, just do what you want, mate.
I hope it works.
yeah, exactly. Throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, back to Thursday. We'll get back to that can of worms at some point. That's a whole wow thing,
Yeah, but the New Blood stage, like you said, it's incredible. Like, I have quite a few friends that have played at Bloodstock now because of the New Blood stage, and it's just a massive. It's not just big for the festival; it's big for local music scenes as well. All of the
venues,
the Metal to the massive venues, gigs are packed.
Yeah, in Cheltenham, almost every Metal to the Masses gig sells out. I mean, that for small venues, that is incredible that they just sell out. I know it doesn't happen everywhere, but they're popular. People go to them. People want to see new bands. Then they come back the next time and they see the next heat and they want their mates to get through. So then they bring all their friends, and it's just really good to get people into venues. It's fantastic. It's genius. It's genius.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm done.
Although I will say, I think that the only bit about I don't like is the judging is a bit dodgy, but we won't go into that now.
Okay. We won't. Okay,
so we won't go
Thursday.
Into that now.
Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, so 25th anniversary, special, main stage is opening. And yeah, I'm excited because it's a small day, you know what I mean? You can stay at the tents the whole day, get absolutely mashed, and then in the evening there'll be some bands playing. Great.
Yeah. Black Spiders, what do you think of them?
I can't remember what they sound like.
I just got to stop doing that now. But yeah, I mean, one of the best things, before going into the rest of it, one of the best things you just made me think of was it's short. It's a short walk to everywhere. But like Edfest was, how far would you say the arena is from the campsites on average, if you were camped in the middle of the campsites?
If you were in the middle of Midgard and you wanted to walk to the arena, I would say it would be it depends on how fast you want to walk. For me, I'd say a 3 or 4 minute walk to the entrance of the arena, and then another 3 or 4 minute walk till you're at the main stage. So 10 minutes from the main stage to because once you get in, there's a little bit of a walk. You have to walk past the second stage, the EMP stage, and then eventually you get to the main stage. But it's weird. You have to experience it, and when you go, you will. Like when you're there, it feels like you're at Download because the place is just packed full of people. But because it's actually so small, the walking distances, it's like your head can't quite make sense of what's happening because you're like, wait a minute, there's like so many people here, and then you're like, oh, I'm where I need to be already. It like for a downloader, it plays with your head the first year you go. When I went in 2021, I was like, wait, what? Why is everything so close together? Yet there's so many people here. What is happening? Like it was like a mirage. Like like is that the main stage? Why is it so close? What's happening here? Like it was just odd. So yeah, I'd say
because it's clearly 2 miles away, and I can see it quite well.
Oh my god, it's the biggest main stage I've ever seen. So yeah, I'd say from the middle of Midgard, about that. And if you're further in like Ironwood or Hell, which are a little bit further along, then a little bit longer. But really doesn't take you long to get around Bloodstock at all.
Awesome. Well, before we go any further into the days, something I didn't realise about Bloodstock until recently, maybe the last few years, that it's been going for longer than Download.
I know. It is insane.
it's 2001 it started, wasn't it?
2001.
Yeah, it must be if it's 25th anniversary.
Yeah. I mean, mad. I did actually said to my brother the other day, I said, you do know it's been going longer than Download, don't you? And he went, has it? And I went, yeah, dude, it started in like 2001. I know it's only 2 years difference, but like, and it's different starts because this started as an indoor thing and Download automatically started as a giant festival. So it's very different beginnings, but it is crazy how far it's come. And even when you look at like the first few, actually Saxon are playing because they played the very first one.
Okay.
So Saxon are headlining that stage because they headlined the very first Bloodstock, if I remember correctly, which is a really cool little
that is cool
thing to have, which is very, very cool. So confirmed for the Download 25th anniversary, Iron Maiden, Limp Bizkit, confirmed. No, actually no, Audio Slave. Oh no, wait, he's dead. Sorry.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's a massive thing. Like, I never even heard about it until maybe the late 2010s. Did I even know much about it then? I'm not even sure I did. I mean, the internet is a completely different thing even now until, even now, since like late 20, call it, say 2018, 2019. It's completely different to then. But like the internet was massively different in 2001 when it started. The only way you would have found out about this would have been from magazines probably, or living near the venues where it was going to be.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, they probably would have started advertising it in magazines after that, but before that, it probably would have just been I mean, they probably would have put it on like fucking online somewhere and said come, and then handed out flyers in the local area and what you used to do.
Though? Was that before MySpace? When did MySpace start?
Oh, not to like 2003, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
This is before like social media. No, not that. This would have been.
Listeners, did Bloodstock ever have their own Bebo account?
This is MSN days, bro. You would have had to like message your friend and gone, "Yo, heard about this festival. Pass it on." And then you go to your mate, "Yo, beer emoji, come round."
We didn't have emojis back then, did we?
You did have little beer things. They didn't call them emojis back then. They just called them, I don't know, stickers or whatever the fuck they were.
Yeah.
But you could put stuff, but it was like the basic HTML. So you could have a smiley face that was like, or you could have like a little beer. So, because I remember messaging Leader on there and being like, yo, and then loads of like beers. It's like, fucking hell.
Yeah, MSN,
how far things have come. But yeah, I think it was in the Midlands somewhere. I can't recall. I think it was like Leicester or somewhere around there. You know, who cares? You know, that grey bit in the middle. You know, somewhere around there. And drive people wild. I've been having great banter with all the Northerners on the Discord all the time. So you know I love you guys. And Northerners, Midlands, it's all the same. They'll hate me even more now. So it was like there, just like indoors, and like I love that on their Bloodstock because like Vicky shares them quite a lot. Vicky Hungerford, of course, I'm talking about, who runs Bloodstock. She shares a lot of the old pictures from like the very first ones, and it's like really cool to see all the people like dressed like it's 2001, but like at a Bloodstock. It's like when you see old pictures of Download and you're like, oh, what the hell is going on here, man? How is someone wearing this, but they're at Download? It's fucking crazy. But it's cool to see that they've still got like photos. And then I think she shared some more from like 2006, 7, 8. And you can really see how the festival evolves. And then it went outside. And I probably didn't hear about it till, I think the first one I wanted to go to was 2016 because Ghost were playing. And I was like,
okay.
Me and Carter were living together at that point. And I said, dude, let's go to Bloodstock. But then obviously I didn't. Ghost did, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I didn't actually end up going, of course, until after COVID. I wanted to go before, but money and stuff just didn't quite work out. But they did have some, like they've had some really cracking lineups that I haven't gone to. I've been pretty gutted over. But yeah, it is magical how this festival has evolved. And I still think, even though they're not too hot on it, this festival has room to grow. It really does. And I don't mean grow to Download standards, but I mean grow little by little, this has a lot of legs to grow, I think, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. After you said that, I hadn't thought about this before, but I would imagine Bloodstock would outlive Download. If it, like I said, if it grows little by little, it won't have like Download might have several years where it's just massively unpopular, where they change it too much and it just dies a death. Whereas I can't see them ever messing this up.
No, I think they've been very consistent. They're not afraid of what they are. It's a metal festival.
Yeah.
They know what they are. They know what they want. They know what they don't want. Occasionally they put a red herring in there, kind of like Download do now. They'll just throw something random in there and everyone will be like, oh my God. But they've been doing that at Bloodstock for a long, long time, apparently. So occasionally they'll have a red herring in there where you'll be like, what the hell are they doing on there? But it seems more fun because it's not like, it's not kind of, and I don't want to poke at Download at all because what they're doing is really working, but it doesn't feel like forced nostalgia when it's on a Bloodstock lineup because everything else is metal. And then you have one thing in there that's kind of like a red herring or like something really left field. So it doesn't feel, even though it is out of place, it doesn't feel out of place because the clientele of Bloodstock are, I don't know, they seem like they've just got such a great mentality when it comes to other bands. Like I've never seen anyone moan, or since I've been going. I heard there was a lot of moaning before, but since I've been going, I've never heard anyone moan, say, oh, this band's fucking shit, or whatever. Like, if it's on a Bloodstock lineup, it's on a Bloodstock lineup, as far as I've seen. I know there are gatekeepers in every form of festivals, and I'm sure there are people that go to Bloodstock that are like that, but they've been pretty accepting of any form of metal. As long as it's metal, everyone's pretty happy, really.
Yeah.
Like it could be dance metal, it could be black metal, it could be fucking whatever metal, computer metal, I don't know. As long as it is metal, it fits on a download. It fits on a Bloodstock lineup. Metal does not go on a Download lineup anymore, guys, all right? It just goes on Bloodstock.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I did think it was funny a couple of years ago when I'd never heard of Punk Rock Factory before they played at Bloodstock. Well, it's probably like 2-3 years ago now, maybe.
Yeah,
a bit more. And everyone loved it. And I was there thinking, if you announced like Bowling for Soup, people would hate it. It's like,
they would. That's
punk. That's not metal. But a lesser known punk band, because of maybe nostalgia, everyone loved it.
There's a fine line, and Bloodstock understand their audience, so they know where the line is, and they know not to go past that line. They know right up to the line where it's acceptable, it's perfect, but they haven't yet gone past the line where everyone's been like, oh God, why have they booked that for? So like you said, like you book Bowling for Soup, everyone hates it. But you book a silly cover band playing a Bowling for Soup song, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
It makes no sense whatsoever, but somehow it does. And that's why, they understand. They know the clientele, they know what they want, they know what they don't want. Sorted.
Yeah.
But like you said, sorry, we got off track here, but I agree that because they're so consistent with their constant, it's a metal festival. That's what it is. That's what it is. Does what it says on the tin. It's not going to change. So you're right. It could outlive Download because Download is always evolving and changing with the times, and following. They do follow trends, but they invite other bits in as well, and and that's what you need to do to keep a festival going to that level and be that big. But Bloodstock we know what we are. We know what we can do. If you don't like it, don't come. Basically. That's it.
Yeah. Also, you touched on it a little bit earlier, or maybe we both did. But the weather is usually very good. I haven't looked, but it's meant to be okay for this year. But yeah, it's usually really good weather. You don't usually have to prepare with wellies and stuff, do you?
No, it's in a sweet spot. There's been a couple of wet Bloodstocks apparently, but before I was going. For all the downloaders were going anyway. So I saw more download shirts at Bloodstock last year than I did at Download. It's insane. But yeah, the weather it's just in that really good spot though. Like beginning of August, you're not really gonna get too many. With download, it's at the beginning of June. It's like but August is normally pretty good. I think this one, it's going to rain a couple of days before. There might be a couple of showers here and there, but the rest of it's going to be quite a nice temperature. It's probably rained for, I want to say, a maximum of about 20 minutes since I've been going to Bloodstock. So it really hasn't rained much at all. Maybe we've just been on a really good run of Bloodstocks, but I think even if it was a bad weather festival, it's so small, I'm not sure it would really matter that much.
No. And if it does rain a couple of days before, at least you'll be able to get all your bent tent pegs in the ground.
Yeah. Dude, that grass, that fucking mud at Maiden was just, I don't know what, it was made of adamantium or something, because every single peg I went to smash into it, it was like, no, you cannot, sir. I had the thick pegs as well, and it was still bending them. It was like, great. So rain is good. Like that's fine. The thing about Bloodstock is, though, right, is because it's been so good, the weather, I'd be worried if it really, really was bad weather, because I'm not sure how prepared they are for it.
No, or many of the people going.
Yes.
Because it's so common for it to be good weather that you just wouldn't be prepared.
No, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
You trust that the weather's going to be good. So I don't need wellies.
Yeah. I done that in Download 2016. I went, it's really nice weather. I'm not going to need wellies. And the next day, my feet were stuck in mud, and I had to buy wellies, and my shoes were ruined, and I had to throw them away. Yeah. So I think that is the reason why that's given me PTSD, because ever since then, I've had wellies in my car. So I think that Download 2016 has genuinely given me like a welly PTSD, and ever since then, wellies are never far from me at a festival if I need them in an emergency.
Yeah.
but no, it is amazing how long this festival's been going, and I truly think, like you, this festival is not going to be stopping anytime soon.
Shall we look at more bands that you might be looking at? How about
let's go through
Fit for an Autopsy.
Let's go through the Friday.
You looking forward to them?
Yes, I really do like Fit for.
Cool.
Well, I'll go up because actually there's a on the Friday, that main stage is almost ludicrous.
Okay, I'm just trying to create a running joke where I just look and say a random band and see.
I do actually like Fit for an Autopsy, so you've chosen one that's really cool. Good.
Excellent. But anyway, go up then. Gert Lash.
Yeah. I work in DHO in Gloucester, and everyone just has the thickest Gloucester accents ever. It's getting ludicrous. In fact, it's getting so bad now. I've lived here for 11 years, but some people's accents are so strong. I'm like, what'd you say, mate? No idea what the hell's going on. Right. So anyway, Gert Lash. Let's start off with Battlesnake, who I saw at, I want to say Trees. Did I see them at Trees? Yes, I saw them at Trees on the Forest stage last year, I believe. And they were awesome and a hell of a lot of fun and funny and entertaining. So, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on this main stage, by the way. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not going to be leaving this main stage on the Friday. So Battlesnake, definitely watching them because they're awesome. SKYAND or Skinned. How do you Skinned?
I always thought it was skinned, but I don't know.
Yeah, they are great as well. I got into them when we listened to them for Download one year, and I never got to see them at Download. So I'm definitely going to be watching them here because, really interesting mix of electronic stuff, metal, and all their songs are about serial killers. So
okay.
A very weird, interesting mix of stuff. Yeah, and her vocals are just really odd. So I'm going to look forward to how that transitions live and what the band are like and what the setup's like, because I genuinely have no idea. So
yeah,
I think that will be really cool. Life of Agony. Adore Life of Agony. Have been a Life of Agony fan for over 20 years. Absolutely love this band so much. We've listened to them before for our listen backs. I think you said, that's pretty good actually. I think you quite enjoyed their album that we listened to.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, they're like hardcore metal. I don't know which way is more, but the new stuff's more metal-y than hardcore. The old stuff's quite hardcore-y. But they're a fucking cracking band, and I've only seen them live once, so this will only be my second time of seeing Life of Agony. So I am absolutely buzzing for Life of Agony. I think that's going to be fucking awesome because they got so many great tunes. Now, then Fit for an Autopsy, who are an incredible deathcore metal band with disgusting breakdowns, horrid vocals, but also really, really proggy, which is the bit I like about them most. It's not just your standard deathcore sort of Slaughter to Prevail stuff. They're actually proggy as well, and there are some bits when they have the occasional clean vocals, and it's very, very good. I really like it. I've been a fan probably, again, since we listened to them for Download, I think it was. And then they played Bloodstock in 2024 and they were fucking cracking. So, yeah, really great. Biohazard, another fucking amazing old school hardcore band that I love.
We've listened to them as well for the listen.
We
back,
have.
I believe.
Yeah, so Biohazard, sick band. Yeah, always liked a lot of Biohazard. I heard them first on a Metal Hammer CD in 1999.
Yeah.
Nice. So that just tells you how long I've been listening to Biohazard, which is probably too long. But yeah, looking forward to them. Can't remember ever seeing them live. So actually looking forward to that. Going to be jostling around the pit, I think. And then Municipal Waste. I like thrash. I'm not like a huge, like one of these 80s guys that loves all that sort of underground fucking sounds like shit thrash. But, and I wouldn't get out of my way. Yeah, it does. It's like really badly recorded on purpose because they want to sound like they recorded it in a fucking someone's boot in the 1980s. But I don't go out of my way to listen to Municipal Waste, but I do like thrash and it will probably sound really good live and be really fun. So I will be staying to watch them, and then I can't remember if it's before or after Municipal Waste is the announcement for next year, because they always do that on the Friday around 6 o'clock. I can't remember if Vicky said it was before or after Municipal Waste. Can't remember that bit, but yeah, that is one of the best bits. One of the best bits of the entire festival everyone goes to the main stage and
gets you plenty of internet likes for streaming it live and your reaction. Yeah.
Oh my God, I won't be doing that because there's no signal. I don't understand how people do it. But what the hell are they doing, these people? What network are you on? Tell me. Probably Vodafone. They got the most coverage.
Yeah, that's why I just jump in Stu's. Just jump in Stu's video.
Stu will be there. Hi guys, and he'll be shilling products all the way through as well.
I don't believe in product placement.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah.
World.
Certainly is the taste of a new generation. That film is great. That film is fucking amazing. But yeah, that sorry, Stu. We're only joking. Partly. I'm joking. But yeah, like it is one of the best bits. Like everyone's standing there, they announce it. Like you never know who it's going to be. I've got some predictions. If you want to know, keep doing it. If you want to know my Bloodstock predictions, me and Adam will discuss them kind of at the end once we've spoken about a bit of Bloodstock and stuff, and I'll do predictions. So a little bit of weight bait there for you. But it is always cool because you're sitting there and they do like a countdown video, like, you know, from 10, and everyone's like, come on, and then it's just great when you see a band that you genuinely love, you freak out because and it's great when other festivals do it. You know, it's not live, but when you see the thing, you get good. And I like that Download do build up videos now and that announcement videos, because that is a cool way to do it. It's just, I can't tell you when you're there with everyone else and everyone's freaking out. People next year freaking out about their favourite bands. Then everyone freaks out. Then they announce a huge headliner and then everyone goes mental. And then the lineup goes up afterwards and all the bands are on there. And then you see people fucking on their phone straight away trying to get tickets. Like, it's just it's like chaos in like a 10-minute span.
Yeah, because they actually sell tickets for the next year at Bloodstock as well, don't they?
Yeah.
So you could it's not like the last day thing. You can go and get them anytime.
No, it's genius. And you know what? It's genius. It's a genius hook to already probably hook a half to a quarter, quarter to half of the audience you've already got at your festival. It's genius.
But I'm not sure if we've spoken about this on here. I know we've spoken about it in person and to other people. But like we've said, Bloodstock now sells out because it sells out every year.
Yes.
Sells out every year because FOMO, basically.
Yeah. I love that. It's like
I think it's great.
It's like the Infinity 8 now, Bloodstock. It's like, why does Bloodstock sell out? Because Bloodstock sells out.
Yeah.
That's why Bloodstock sells out. And I know that there are still tickets online. People, I think we were speaking about this in our little WhatsApp group the other day, where people go, oh my God, I need a Bloodstock ticket. And they get one. And then they don't realise in a year's time they can't actually go. So Bloodstock has quite a few resale tickets, but it's just because people are so gassed to get a Bloodstock ticket straight away. They don't even think about what they're going to be doing in a year's time. They just get a Bloodstock ticket just in case they can go to Bloodstock. So, and by the way, Bloodstock's official resale site is Tixell. So if you want to go and get yourself a Bloodstock ticket, you still can. So go on to Tixell. I don't work for Bloodstock, by the way.
I was going to say
that sounded like I work for Bloodstock. I would love to work for Bloodstock, just FYI. But go and get tickets through the official Bloodstock resale. But yeah, so that's why I think people just go, oh my God, I need a Bloodstock ticket. Go. And they buy like 5, and then they're like, oh no, wait, I only need 1. I'll sell the rest on Tixell. So there are still tickets. Like Shane, who's coming with us, he got one like a couple of weeks ago as well. He got a Wednesday ticket and a full camping ticket as well. So there are still tickets available. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
if he paid over face value or
just a little bit under, I think.
A little bit under.
They've gone down. I think they've gone down a little bit now. So now they're about like £50 cheaper than what they were originally. And Bloodstock ticket isn't, an extortionate price, but it's still a festival ticket price, which is still quite high these days.
I want to say about 210 if I remember seeing right, but I could be way off. Might be something else completely.
£275 I paid.
Okay.
So it's
ripped off, mate. It's 210. I know.
It's getting up there. It's getting up there now, and I don't mind paying for a Bloodstock ticket. Not at all. Worth it. Love it. Want to go every time. But yeah, every prices are going up. Whatever. So they can't help that fact. That's just that's just economy.
Going up.
So exactly, yeah. We're not going to blame them for putting any prices up or anything. But yeah. But anyway,
like I said, all their costs will be going up. It's not just like everything's
going
up,
exactly. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
So it just pushes them up.
It's not like there's been a market crash. Everything's really cheap, but they're still charging you £275 to get in. So it's not that. But anyway, we digress. The announcement there is an amazing thing. If you've been to Bloodstock, you will be a fan. You'll love it. If you want to go, you'll just absolutely love it. It's such a cool thing, and it gives you such a buzz for the Friday evening. Like, Sepultura are going to have the happiest crowd they've ever had in their life if the lineup's good. Because after that, you're like, quickly, guys, let's go to Lemmy's bar and get loads of drinks. Oh, man, I'm so fucking excited. Like, it puts like a pep in your step for the Friday, even though you're having a good time. After that, everyone's just like skipping off to the bars and to the merch booth. They're like, oh, yeah, let's go. It's fucking weird. It's like I think they've drugged everyone. That's what I think it is. I think it's like a Kool-Aid thing. There's like drugs in the beer, and really it's a blank screen, and they're just playing you noises, and everyone's going, "Oh my god, someone's playing."
Awesome. And Lamb of God, you said as well. You'll be in the pit for the whole thing, aren't you?
Yes. Sepultura, I really want to see. Love Sepultura, so we'll be watching them as well. And yeah, Lamb of God. Oh man, they were such a good headliner in 2022. They really blew me. I thought Lamb of God, brilliant band. Always loved them. Great performers. Never seen a bad Lamb of God show. But then I thought in 2022, headlining, not so sure. Because they don't have anything. They just play music. That is all they needed to do to headline. They don't need anything else. There's a bit of flames and some lights. And that is all you need for Lamb of God. So now knowing that they can fill those shoes, I am so excited to see Lamb of God again. And like you said, it's going to be, we're getting in the mix for Lamb of God. We're going in there. We're going to be in the sea of people, which I'm super excited about. I'm going to be so tired, but I can guarantee you that after Lamb of God, I will have the biggest smile on my face ever. And I'll probably get really good footage as well. So
yeah,
I really wish I had a good 360 cam or a really good GoPro, but I don't. So I just got to make sure I keep my phone really tight in my hand, otherwise it's going to go walkies.
Like we said, send Simon some money.
Send me some money. I need a good GoPro. Give me money. Or give me your GoPro. If you've got a GoPro you're not using, send it to me. I would like it. I'll get pit footage and I'll credit you for the footage as an assistant or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Awesome.
But yeah, no, Lamb of God, looking forward to it. I don't normally peek at set lists, but I had a peek the other day, and holy hell, it's just like Lamb of God have just gone, right, what are our most brutal tracks? Yes. That's it, really. What are the most brutal tracks? Yes. Good, that's it. That's what we'll do then. So, yeah, any Lamb of God fan, you're in for a super treat. And, of course, it's all going to be filmed and uploaded in beautiful HD quality.
Yeah, very good.
And I do recommend their 2022 Bloodstock set is fucking phenomenal on YouTube. It is fucking phenomenal.
That's what I thought you were more about your footage. Yes, sorry. Yeah, there's nothing we can delve into in a little bit. Maybe after going through this.
Sorry, yeah, I meant Bloodstock will upload the entire set in beautiful HD quality.
Yeah, just ridiculous and great and amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing,
I know we're praising them like crazy, but look, they support all the grassroots music. They do Metal to Masses, and their coverage is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say I've ever listened to many interviews with them. I know, Kevin Gem. What's their podcast?
Ready to Mosh.
Ready to Mosh interviewed. I think it was it one or both of Adam or Vicky a few years ago now. But I'm not sure if I've ever heard anybody ask them, like, what's the deal behind that? You know, do they have to get permission from the bands? Do they have to do anything like? Oh, because why don't some other festivals do it? Download mainly. I don't want to keep going back to Download, but Download don't do it. I know Download should do it, and I don't know why
they have a harder
time.
And I think it's because they're so big. I think that Bloodstock are in that sweet spot where bands really want to play it, but they must have to sign something to say that the show's going to be recorded. Yeah. And, you know, we know, like, from Metallica, where they edited their own footage because they weren't happy with the outcome. Yeah. But Bloodstock just do a great job of coverage. And we said that's been one of the main problems with Download. You know, it's an amazing festival. It's the biggest alternative festival in the UK with absolutely fuck all coverage for anyone to see it. It's ludicrous, in fact. Whereas Bloodstock, you have an abundance. You could go on there and just type in Municipal Waste 2021 Bloodstock. The entire fucking set will come up in perfect HD with someone actually mixing the sound. It's not like they've just taken it from the sound desk and gone, that's it. They've taken the entire sound from the desk and then mixed the entire show. So it's like you've got a full, wonderful quality, sound perfect levels show with all the camera angles. It is mad. Really just great coverage. Like, for a fan, it's the perfect amount of coverage that Bloodstock have. Although I will say that maybe they could do a little bit more, like have a presenter, kind of like they did with Scuzz back in the day, walk around the site, speak to the people. And I'm not talking on social media. I mean like on YouTube, like do like a Bloodstock film, have someone walk around, speak to all the crowd, go backstage, speak to the bands, show you all the backstage areas. A little bit more that, I would say. I'd say at the moment it feels like loads of band stuff, which is great, but there's not enough about the actual festival itself. That's the only negative point of all of their fantastic coverage work.
Yeah. Is that what you would do if you worked for them?
I would do that in an instant. And I do that very well as well. So, yeah, hire me, Bloodstock. I will come and do this. I will come and do this for you.
Whoever does that job, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be Simon, but whoever does that job will deserve a lot of money and a hot tub backstage and all the...
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. Bitches. And an insane rider that will have American football helmets filled with cottage cheese. That's the only thing I ask for, okay?
Yeah. Right, we're getting off track again. Sorry, we're going off. That's right, that's our best episodes. We've been very, very strict and on it for a long time now. It feels like we're letting loose.
Good.
And it feels good.
Anyway, so yeah, Lamb of God, really looking forward to it. I think that's a perfect Friday headliner. I think it will be a really good way to seal off that first day. Yeah.
You reckon you'll survive to the Saturday?
Oh,
Any injuries or anything like that? Or in your footage, is it going to be a sea of people lying down around you?
Yeah, literally. Like Neo. All the rest of the Mr. Second Flying. Okay, good.
But you and Stu back to back, just looking at your work.
Me and Stu back to back with our cameras, just going like that in the pit. I'm going to get him to do that now. I'm going to go back to back with the cameras and just film.
Awesome.
So cool.
Yeah. Oh, you definitely should do that. That'd be cool. Where are we going now? Should we talk about the Saturday or some other random rubbish for 20 minutes?
No, let's not talk about that. What else have I got here? Yeah, I do want to mention quickly something that I'm going to do this year because I feel like I should with all the band T-shirts. The T-shirt and CD amnesty. All the donations, I believe, going to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. And the Heavy Metal Truants as well. Yeah, you donate your old T-shirts, CDs, vinyls, books, memorabilia, anything to do with music, basically. And I've got a ton of T-shirts, man. I really do, and I feel like this year I should take some here rather than selling them on Vinted. I just feel like I should do something nice and take them. And they had so many banging shirts when we went last time. Like me and Vicky stayed in there for ages looking at so much stuff. We were chids as well. And I feel like if I go there early, bring a load of my stuff, and I might buy myself a band T-shirt, you know what I mean, if they've got some really good ones in there. I just think it's a really cool thing to do. Like, really cool. So,
yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, that's what it is, isn't it? Foundation.
Yes.
The right word there. It is an incredible charity anyway. People should spend more money there. Generally,
yeah.
Lots of money there.
I mean, it's promoted a lot by Bloodstock. Obviously, you have the Sophie Lancaster stage. They're always big on it. They always have things everywhere. You can buy Sophie T-shirts there. They have like a stand that sells all the Sophie stuff. But yeah, no, it's really good. It's really cool. And I just I've got so many band T-shirts today, so many, and I've probably got some at the moment that I don't know. One that I bought that didn't quite fit me, or one that I bought where I was like, or one that I bought where I'm like, I don't wear that one anymore. So I'll definitely 100% be taking a few with me this year to give to the amnesty.
Speaking of that, there was nobody on the Sophie Lancaster stage on the Friday that you were going to see. Anybody on the Saturday? Yes,
I am. I am incredibly excited for Leprous.
Froglord. Oh.
No, not Froglord.
Okay. No, not Froglord.
Yeah, and Leprous, I just baffle me musically. They're so weird and proggy, and my mind is baffled by where the journey this band takes you on from song to song. So I am extremely excited about watching them. And of course, the weird thing about Bloodstock is the Sophie Lancaster stage headliner plays after the main stage headliner. So
yeah.
It's a really weird thing because we'll get to Slaughter to Prevail, but I probably won't be watching all of Slaughter to Prevail because I want to get a really great spot at the front for Leprous.
Yeah. I mean, but that's not a thing that's unique to Bloodstock. There's a lot of other festivals I've seen that, like, some of the bands don't start until 2 a.m. It's like,
the
headliners finished at 11:30. You still got bands going. It's just,
I'm not sure how much of a fan of that sort of thing I am. I don't mind this because I don't know, it feels more like late night entertainment where I don't want to watch a fucking band at 2 a.m. I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah.
No, I want to be. Do you know what I mean? If I'm really tired, I want to be in bed by midnight. I don't want to go and watch a band at 2 a.m. If I'm willing to party, but if I want to stay up and party, I don't want to watch a band. I want to party. So
yeah,
I don't like the idea of a band playing at 2 a.m. That sounds horrible to me. But Stamping Ground as well, who were playing, are really good. There's a little bit of more room for me on Saturday. Death Angel as well, I'd like to check them out. Viking Skull as well, who I really enjoyed last time they played. There's a few in there, a few of the bands on the Sophie Lancaster stage that I'll probably be going to check out, because there is some things on the main stage, but not that much for me on the Saturday.
Yeah. So I actually did put a Bloodstock playlist on a few days ago. I didn't manage to listen to too much, but I think Imperium were one that caught my ear.
Okay.
So I'm sure there was just a couple others as well. I'm just trying to see if I can see them, because I never wrote it down, because I was like, yeah, I'll remember that. The biggest lie any of us will ever tell ourselves. Yeah, I'll remember that. It might have been people playing on the New Blood stage as well. I don't know. But I mean, I think I like Of Mice and Men. It seems strange to have them where they are, because they're more... Well, I mean, Bloodstock seems to be going a little bit this way anyway. But yeah, I would put Of Mice and Men in like a modern metalcore sound.
They are definitely that.
Yeah. And
and you've got North Lane, Bleed From Within, Slaughter to Prevail. I know Slaughter to Prevail or Deathcore, but I get what you mean. It feels like they should be up there with the rest of those bands.
Yeah. I just mean not really heavy enough for Bloodstock. Even though, like I said, it seems like, well, I don't know, because like we said earlier, Ghost headline in 2016.
It doesn't. It's any
modern metalcore.
Yeah. I think it's any modern metalcore belongs on a Bloodstock lineup because it's metal.
Yeah. Yeah. It just seems like a lot of the typical Bloodstock kind of people would not accept. There's too much singing in it. There's too much singing in those bands.
Yeah, but what you got to remember is the people that go to Bloodstock are all ex-downloaders, so they're fine with it. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like I said, I'm not slagging it off. Not
no, I got what you mean. Yeah,
anything really. Yeah, just seemed a bit odd when they're very singy choruses. As far as I'm aware, I could be wrong. Maybe
you say that, but the red herring on the Saturday is the Scratch, who definitely have metal in their music, but they're definitely not a metal band.
No. How many times have you seen the Scratch now?
Oh God, I can't even remember now. I can't even remember.
Them, what, 2 years ago?
No, 2021, and then saw them in 2022.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen them literally about 15 times since. Yeah. They're just one of those bands. That's the thing about them, though, is that they've got the sort of Irish folky stuff. They've got the Irish party stuff. They've got the metal. They've got the sort of rhythms. Then they've got screaming. Then they've got singing. They've got it's like they tick all the boxes. So they can play Reading. They can play Download. They can play Bloodstock. They can play Trees. Like they fit. They don't fit in anywhere, but they fit in everywhere technically, which is why their music is so weirdly unique, because it's like, okay, this is weird as shit. But then they go from sounding like, an Irish folk band to sounding like Fear Factory. Then they sound a little bit like Metallica. Then they go back to playing sort of, your acoustic style stuff. It's very odd, but I think that's why they resonate with so many people, is they are everything. Yeah. They are everything, which is great. Yeah. And they're also fucking amazing and fun. Yeah. They're fun. They know how to have fun. They just like, everyone get up, party, do whatever you want. here's some music, which is great. Like I will never forget seeing them on the Forest stage at Trees. It was one of the best gigs I've ever seen. It was just chaos.
Yeah,
unbelievable. I'm really hoping in future they like headline the Forest stage, because if you don't come to that, you'd just be in awe of that stage if the Scratch were to play on it.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine most bands playing on that stage would be just pretty special to see anyway. But yeah, the Scratch.
Yeah, I mean, cool. I saw Old Pulse Project, Rob and Laura, their footage from Trees, and like every time they were filming the Forest stage, it was like, oh my god, this looks so good. Like, I'm so gutted I missed Trees, because it just looked, the bands on there just looked like just amazing. Like, so yeah, gutted.
Cool. We're going up here. I know you're a big fan of Urn. You're gonna be seeing Urn,
and they've been moved up. They were actually quite low down on the Sophie stage. And they've been bumped up to being in the middle of the main stage. So they did play main stage last time, but they were the first band on. So me and Ben went to check them out in the morning. So it's really great to see them this far up the lineup, because they are one of the best prog metal bands out there, without a doubt. Still a little hidden gem that hasn't quite been discovered by enough people yet. So I feel like one more album to the quality, and I think they might be on the cusp of something pretty big. So
very nice.
It's nice to see them all the way out there.
Also, Vended. What do you think of Vended? Are you a fan?
No. Subpar new metal for me.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just my opinion. I think they're only there on names. I don't think the talent matches the hype. That's just me. If you like them, that's cool. You do you, man. Just my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't mind a couple of songs that I've heard of theirs. I think I did see them at Download very early on Saturday morning in 2023, I want to say. Maybe 2022. I can't remember. But anyway, move on then. Anybody else there before Slaughter to Prevail that you're going to be seeing?
Yeah, Nevermore, decent. Again, not band I've been into much, but I definitely have been delving into. North Lane, Harry, well, very good friend of mine. People will know Harry. Huge North Lane fan. I get why they're cool. My brother is a super big North Lane fan as well, so I'll be watching them. I don't go out my way to listen to them, but I know how much of a sick band they are. So I'll be watching North Lane because I'm sure it will be fucking awesome. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Bleed From Within, don't really bother, not really within my sort of wheelhouse, but I think Stu absolutely loves them, so I will probably end up watching them again. So yeah, probably be checking them out, and they'll probably be pretty good as well. I think I might have caught them at another festival, can't remember when or where it was, but I was like, very good. Very, very good show. And then Slaughter to Prevail, zero interest from me, I'm afraid. I do like deathcore, but the type of deathcore that it is, where it's just straight brutal the entirety of the time. And I do like bands like the Berserker, the older, really brutal deathcore bands, but I'm not in that place anymore. So I like them because I listened to them before, but trying to get into deathcore now for me is very, very difficult. There's only a few bands that really force me to listen to them deathcore if they're newer bands. And Slaughter to Prevail, although I will be watching them, I'm going to watch them. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I want to see what the show's like. I want to see what the crowd reaction is. I want to see how many people are going to be watching them. It's very intriguing to me. But yeah, just a band that I'm not into. And like I said, I'll be watching a good half of them, watching half the show, see what it's all about, get a good vibe, and then make my way to Liberals.
Cool. My not that it really makes it. Not that it really matters because I'm not going, but yeah, my opinion on Slaughter, because I don't think we've ever talked about them. I've never really got into Slaughter to Prevail either. I think there was one, maybe like the first song of theirs I ever heard, I didn't know who they were or what it was, but I recognised the mask, and I really liked one particular song. But I don't think I've enjoyed any of their other stuff that I've heard since then. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go anyway. Okay. Sunday or Saturday night. What you got any plans Saturday night after Leprous? I know there's going to be plenty of silent discos going on.
Yeah, drinks will be flowing. I spoke to my brother on the phone today and said, dude, silent disco, DJ, whatever, we're raving. So we're going to be raving, basically. And throughout all of this, we will be making our way between stages, Lemmy's Bar, be going to check out some bands on the New Blood stage as well. Like, just the best thing about where the Lemmy's Bar is is it's right at the back of the main stage, right? So right at the back. So you're there, you can see the main stage and hear it, but to the left of you, about 2-minute walk away, is the New Blood stage. So if you don't want to watch whatever's on the main stage, you literally just walk 2 minutes that way and you're in the New Blood stage. So you could just stand there and just watch a show of some random band you'd never heard of before, and you might thoroughly enjoy it. You know what I mean? You might go, oh, that band was sick, I need to find out who this is. So we do spend a lot of time at Lemmy's Bar, surely because of the positioning. It's close to the toilets, there's food, and then it's not even too far to walk down to the Sophie Lancaster if we want to see someone on the second stage. So it tends to be a sort of hangout spot for us pretty much the entire time that we're in the arena, which is great.
Yeah, cool. Okay, then let's go on Sunday. What about Thrown into Exile? You a fan of them?
Yeah, love it. Love them. Be watching them. Sick band.
Cool. What do they like? What kind of music?
Thrown into Exile, metal, just metal, straight up metal.
Just straight up metal.
Capital M, capital M, capital L, metal.
Awesome. Anybody else? Anybody else there?
Yeah, Mushroom Head. We'll go up this stage. Mushroom Head.
You love, yeah.
I mean, it's not the Mushroom Head of old. It's kind of like replacement Mushroom Head these days, but it is still Mushroom Head, and they're still going to play Mushroom Head songs. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they've got. The last time I saw them was 2018, I want to say. So quite a while ago. They don't seem to come over that much these days. And I really, really was not a fan of their last album. The one before that, I absolutely loved. But the last album, Call the Devil, genuinely disliked it, which I haven't done for a Mushroom Head album ever. So yeah, it was just, I just think it was really subpar. So as long as I don't play any of that stuff, I'll be a very, very happy Mushroom Head fan. Very, very happy. I've been told as well that 200 Stab Wounds are insanely good. So I don't know what's going to go on. They're going to clash probably with two other bands that I want to watch. So
yeah, did Chid say about that? I feel like there's a band I've heard about from him.
Possibly, yeah. I'm going to have to check more of them out because I can't remember on the group who recommended it to me, but someone said they were ace. So I'll be listening to them in the next few days to get a vibe. And Carpenter Brute, great band, great synthwave metal. Just, synthwave bass and just beautiful, lovely synths with fucking heavy metal guitars. Really great. Cool band. Haven't seen them before. I've seen Perturbator before. I love all my synthwave stuff, my synthwave heavier stuff, the metal kind of stuff. So I watched Carpenter Brute's gig from, I think it was Hellfest in like 2022, and it was amazing. And I was always like, oh god, this band are going to be so good. So I'm excited to see them, and I'll be watching them after Judas Priest. So I'll probably leave Judas Priest maybe a little bit towards the end to get a good space for Carpenter Brute.
Yeah, Carpenter Brute are one of those bands. So I don't think I'm a fan of them really. I think one song came on when I had the playlist on a couple of days ago, and it wasn't for me. I know we had listened to them before because they played Download either I think it was 2022.
Yeah,
but it was one of those bands I've talked about a few of these bands before where I'd never heard of them, and then as soon as they're announced for something, everyone's really excited for it. I'm like, well, I've never heard of them. Like,
where did they come from? Yeah,
I've never heard anybody talking about them, but now everyone is talking about them. Bill Murray is another one. Like, and I only heard that about them a couple of years ago. It's like no one was talking about them until they exist. Yeah,
I get it.
But yeah, they seem like a massive band that a lot of people like. So
yes.
it's cool.
Very cool. So be checking them out. Be checking them out after Judas Priest, 100%.
Awesome. What about Castle Rat? Do you like? How do you think of Castle Rat?
No idea. I have absolutely no idea.
Anybody else? Who else on here? Who else
I'm gonna be checking out Kitty 100% because Kitty are fucking awesome, and I have not seen them live in probably about 20 years. So I'm very excited to watch Kitty. And they got bangers for days, loads of bangers. So definitely be watching Kitty, fucking awesome. Then we're probably getting a performance from one of the best metal bands on the planet, Orbit Culture. Absolutely,
I do quite like Orbit Culture.
Huge sound, yeah. Fucking hell, what a band! Big sound, prog metal. Kind of sounds a little bit like Gojira. Kind of sounds like other prog bands, but also has that real fucking metal bit to it as well. So yeah, I love them. Really getting into them recently. So I think they might be pushing up there in my love for metal bands. So come back to me in a year, and I might be the biggest Orbit Culture fan ever. Because cool. I was unsure about them at first. When they played Down, we listened to them, I thought, that's really good, but something was kind of stopping me getting into them. But since then, they've kind of popped up, and I've been like, oh, okay. All right. Now we're going somewhere. So yeah, I'm excited about Orbit Culture.
Yeah, well, that was 2022 as well, I believe, wasn't it?
Possibly.
Because I remember seeing them, there was like a run of 3 bands that I was really looking forward to. I think Orbit Culture were at the top of the 3. Fire from the Gods was one of them, and I can't remember what the third one was underneath. Nice. But yeah, really enjoyed that.
Good
really
memory.
Enjoyed seeing them.
Well done. And then next up, Testament.
Right?
Classic thrash. I mean, they've got loads of different stuff, but classic metal. Like a bit of Testament. So never seen them live before, so definitely watching them. Can't wait for all the Egyptian scales and all that shit. They do a lot of that fucking Middle Eastern shit like Slayer used to do. Very cool. Black Label Society, 100% be watching them. Bangers for days. And of course, I want to watch all of the I want to watch all of the squeals. So I absolutely can't wait.
Give me a favour. Drink every time you hear a pinch harmonic.
Oh, fucking hell. Be absolutely dead by the end of it. Yeah, so looking forward to them. Like, Zach Wilde, obviously, is an insanely cool guitarist. And Black Label have got so many great songs. So, yeah, I'm actually very excited because I've never seen them live. So, again. Yeah. I mean, that run, like... Kitty, Orbit Culture, Testament, Black Label, that's sick.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't heard anything about Black Label Society since about 2006. Everyone was talking about them back then, and I'm like,
yeah, they kind of they got big really quickly back then, didn't they? They kind of just with those 2 albums that came out, they kind of just went into the stratosphere. So we'll see. Hopefully they're good live.
Still be cool to see. Yeah,
very cool. And then Body Count. Oh God, I love Body Count so much. They're so good. It's so like you said, it's metal, but it's got rap as well. So
yeah.
But everyone has just been like, sure, Body Count.
Everyone.
Because they're metal. They play thrash and they play metal and they play hip hop and they do everything. So they're metal. So fine. It just it feels really weird to have Body Count main support for Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Like, there's 2 completely different things, but still both metal, but completely opposite sides of metal. One's a like hardcore rap metal band, and the other one is a classic, fucking wailing 80s thrashy band. So yeah, like metal. So yeah, but anyway, Body Count. They killed it in 2018 at Download on that second stage. I've always loved the band, but seeing them live, I was like, this is how you watch Body Count. Just because the messaging is so like, kind of like Bloodywood, where in between songs, he's just saying the most positive shit you've ever heard. And then saying stuff about, fuck the government, blah, 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 all that shit, But yeah, love Body Count. Very good. And then finishing the Sunday, the headliner, Judas Priest, who I like a hell of a lot. I think that Painkiller is possibly one of the greatest metal albums of all time.
Okay.
Whether he can sing any of that anymore, I have absolutely no idea, because it's stupidly high. But I've probably seen Priest. I watched it I got dragged to a lot of Priest shows in the early 2000s. Probably between, I want to say 2001 and 2006. I probably saw Priest about 4 times.
Yeah, I've never seen them.
Never seen them?
Never seen Judas Priest. I think I would enjoy it, though. I've never been the biggest fan, that would just deliberately put them on. But, yeah, I do quite like some of their stuff.
Yeah, I would have thought, being a Maiden fan, there's a lot of overlap with Priest and Maiden. I think you'd probably get a kick out of quite a lot of it, I reckon.
Probably would, yeah.
Yeah, they're really, really cool. And yeah, Rob Halford's a great front man. One of those sort of aura people where you're like, oh shit, man, it's Rob Halford, that's sick. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them. I left before they played the first ever Bloodstock that I went to, 2021, and I left before they played because me and Shane were just fucked.
Okay.
So I'm kind of making up for missing that performance by seeing them this year. So yeah, super excited.
Say, keep your Daya beers away from me.
Yeah, keep your. No, because this is how cheeky he is as well. Like, he'll have a Daya, and then he has these Dayas that like don't have labels on them because they're like, there's one little dent on the can, so they can't sell it. So it goes to staff, and they buy them, and they use their wages to buy them and sort of stuff. And he's like, "Here, have this," and I'm like, "Cheers, buddy." Shh. Oh, wait a minute. Why am I absolutely tanked? Because you just handed me an 8% beer. That's why. So it's kind of like a lottery where you don't really know. You get one and you're like, oh, that's steady rolling, man. It's 4%. We're all good. That's a morning beer. But then other times you'll be like talking to someone and you'll be like, oh, cheers, dude. Yeah, thanks, man. Oh, fucking what the fuck is that? And then he'll taste it and he'll be like, oh, yeah, that's blow your head off IPA or some shit. And you'll be like, great. Awesome. But anyway, so that's the lineup. I think it's not my favourite Bloodstock lineup. I don't think it's the best Bloodstock lineup since I've been going, but I do think that it is a really strong lineup. Although I will say, it doesn't feel like a 25th anniversary lineup. I think last year's was more of a big lineup than this year's is.
Yeah, I can't remember much of last year's lineup.
Well, last year you had Trivium, Machine Head, and Gojira.
I remember the headliners.
Yeah, that feels more to me like they're all like statement bands, like it feels like Lamb of God. Don't get me wrong, one of my favourite metal bands, great metal band, one of the best. Slaughter to Prevail, a new up and coming random see if it works band, and then Judas Priest, a classic, safe pair of hands, well-known metal band. So it works. It doesn't feel like a 25th anniversary lineup to me.
Yeah.
I don't think that they've gone big enough for a 25th anniversary lineup. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. But I do think overall, tons of gems in the undercard. The Sophie Stage headliners are really, really strong as well. And it's really great overall. Very happy.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I hadn't actually looked at the EMP stage. And like we said, the New Blood stage is not on here, so we can't really talk about it.
Yeah, I haven't checked out anyone from the EMP stage yet, so I don't know. I'm going to check out all the bands before I go to see if there's anyone that really takes my fancy. So if you listen to this and you're in any of these bands, don't take offence to it. I am going to go to the New Blood stage and see stuff. And the EMP stage, if there is someone on there I like the sound of, and I do have a gap in my schedule, I will go and check them out.
Cool. I suppose while we're here as well, I did want to say the band who won the Somerset Metal to the Masses is a band called Death Brigade. I can't say I know much of their stuff, although I have met a couple of the guys a couple of times, I believe. And they're pretty cool guys. So yeah, you or anybody listening, if you have some time while they were on, go and check them out. Tell them I sent you. Tell them I want a cut of their money.
Give me your money.
But yeah, no, go check them out. But like we said, I think I listened to I listened to something like a 60-hour playlist for Bloodstock 2021.
Jesus.
I think I listened to every single band going, and I mean, I understand now. I have learnt through experience that I can't do that every year because of how much we have to listen to for download as well.
Too much.
I didn't have to do that in 2021 because it was a pilot. But this was before I knew anything about the New Blood stage or Metal to the Masses or anything like that. And I think my favourite band on that lineup was a band called Cottonmouth, which I believe won the Nottingham Metal to the Masses. So I had no idea they were just an up and coming band. I just assumed they were a band on the lineup.
That is cool though. That's nice. That's what I mean. That's good. That's a great way of discovering bands. You know, these bands are in amongst all the big ones. The next one on the playlist, you're like, oh my god, this band's sick. But they could be currently a very small band, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. So yeah, go and check out some of the New Blood bands. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be playlists out there on Spotify or Apple or whatever. But yeah, that was a lineup. I mean, I'm sure there's probably still loads of other stuff that we could delve into a little bit. I know they have a museum of some sort, do they? Is it?
They do, yeah, the Ram Gallery. I talked about that in one of my shorts as well. Yeah, they have they have all the Bloodstock lineups like in frames lined up. And when you walk down that corridor, you realise, fucking hell, there's been a lot of these things. Because you're like, oh my God, there's so many. That's really cool to see. And they show you, because like the Bloodstock artwork changes slightly every year, like the download one, but they always sort of evolve it. And like when you see the first couple and then you see how it's changed over the years, that's really interesting. And they have fantasy art in there. They have like props. They have a lot of Motorhead stuff in there because they've got a very close relationship with the Motorhead sort of estate. So they've got loads of like Lemmy's bass stuff, Phil Campbell's guitars. They have Lemmy's ashes in there sometimes. And then they just have loads of props. Like randomly, they just had like a photographer who just took loads of live Iron Maiden pictures. So they just had those in there. It's like you go in there and there's just like random stuff from bands. When Killswitch played, they had all the artwork. Obviously the bass player does all the artwork. They had all of his like drawings of all of the Killswitch Engage covers. It was okay. Like you walk in, you're like, wow, this stuff's really interesting. Like if you're a real geek and a nerd for these bands, some of this stuff is so cool. When you go and you're like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like it's like you folded over the CD and there's like the rest of the image. Like it's it's great. So yeah, I like all the stuff that they curate for. There was so many good pieces of artwork in there. I wish when I went in there the last time I had more money, because there was a piece of art that I was like, that is incredible. I need that. I need to frame it. But I was so low on money I couldn't buy it. So yeah, but I'm sure I'll see something in there that I want to get. But it's very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah. Do you know, I heard something earlier actually as well that they're actually replacing that this year with a mega store. With a load of random tat that you can buy.
Yeah, a load of random crap that you don't need, and that will go on Vinted in less than 5 years. Yeah.
Anyway, was there anything else? I mean, I'm not an expert on Bloodstock. Is there anything else that you had written down that you might want to
I was just going to do my predictions for 2027.
Yeah, predictions. Yeah, cool.
Look at all my hair.
I know. I was just looking at that. I didn't know whether to point it out. Very good.
It's all there. Still got a little gap there, but the rest of it, pretty much all there now.
Also, send him some hair, and when you send him some money.
Send me hair. Send me hair. Send me your hair.
On the beds.
Send me your hair. Give me your GoPro, money, and hair.
You've always got a lint roller to get hair off of your clothes. Can you not just rub your hair on your carpet? Yeah, exactly. Just sort of do what dogs do and just get down and rub your head on the carpet and just pick up the hair that's down there.
And it'll all come through.
And you have this much. Anyway, right, crap. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll quickly do what I think are going to be my predictions for 2027. I think one of these is nailed on, and one of them you're going to absolutely love, and this might get you to come next year. And then there's a couple that I have that I'll just run through. So the most predicted and the most kind of locked in prediction for headliner next year is Bruce Dickinson.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I have seen people saying that.
Because he's playing a lot of festivals around the same sort of time, and it kind of feels like this would be the perfect size festival for Brucey to do. And, oh man, I adore that last album that he done. I like a lot of his albums, but that last album was absolutely off the scale for me. Better than the last 5 Iron Maiden albums, easily. So, yeah, very, very good. And I'd be very excited if he was playing stuff from that. And the rest of the stuff, he's got loads of good songs, but like, I'd love that. So I think that Bruce Dickinson is the one that people are expecting the most. And Vicky said that 2 of the headliners are going to be brand new headliners. So
and Bruce is 1, right? Yeah,
Bruce. So that would be 1, and then there's a couple that I've got that are kind of things. So I think that's going to be the most nailed on one. I'd love that. Megadeth, that would be the one that has played before, because they have played the festival before, but they're on their last run. They've done their last album. They're winding down now. We don't know how long the cycle's going to go on for, but I feel like they're going to get in at least 1 more year of festival performances. So either download all this, but I think there's more chance of them being the one that have already played but headlining Bloodstock one more time before the end.
Yeah, okay, that would make sense.
And again, huge Megadeth fan, so well up for that. The other one that people were talking about that is probably quite a good idea for a brand new headliner would be Lorna Shore. Because they've had Slaughter to Prevail this year. If that goes well, that's great. They're another deathcore band. They're a different kind of deathcore band. You know, they're a bit more operatic, a bit more, closer to Cradle of Filth than they are to Slaughter to Prevail. But still a deathcore band and a huge band. Just how big this band has made deathcore is absolutely insane. I'm sure there are people walking around in tracksuits now that have got a fucking Lorna Shore song downloaded on their fucking Spotify. So I think that they're a real possibility. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it did, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, oh shit, I love Lorna Shore, that's sick. But I think because Slaughter to Prevail are doing it this year, there's probably more of a chance that they might.
Yeah. And we've said, I mean, I don't spend as much time thinking about Bloodstock, but we've said about with Download, what they should do is have, like you said, a safe pair of hands, and a new headliner. So it kind of makes sense to do that, to keep the ball rolling, to keep the new headliners coming in, seeing what works, when you can pair them up with something that's sort of safe as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And then 2 more that one will be new, the other one won't. The other one will be Slayer. Slayer are doing they're back again. Slayer, they just don't want to stop. 2019, I thought that's it, perfect. Slayer are done, amazing. Oh, we're back again. Okay, great. But anyway, listen, we've all got to pay the bills, don't we? So anyway, and it's not Slayer of old, but it's still Slayer. So I'd be happy with that. They're doing their 40-year anniversary of Rain in Blood. So I think that if they were to do Rain in Blood all the way through and then add a couple of songs at the end, perfect for Bloodstock. People would just love it. Everyone loves. If you love metal, you should love Slayer. I love Slayer. And the other one, which would be not a new band but a new headliner for them, would be Pantera. And it's one people have been talking about for probably 3 or 4 years at Bloodstock, saying we should just get Pantera. I know it's not Pantera of old, but they've got slamming tunes, and I feel like it would be a great size for Pantera to headline, and I think it would draw a lot of people, because I think people sometimes underestimate quite how much of a draw Pantera actually are.
Yeah. No, I think I agree with you. I think they probably are quite a big draw. But yeah, interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing if they're right now. I'm sure, like I said earlier, it's going to be everywhere. When it happens, you won't be able to get away from it.
No.
It'll be live on everything.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. And then I've got one super wild card, which I saw people talking about online, and I was like, that might be the best booking ever if they can do it. Right, so hear me out. Bring Me the Horizon, but only playing deathcore.
Right. Yeah.
So Bring Me the Horizon are one of the biggest drawing bands, but Bring Me the Horizon playing deathcore are still a huge drawing band. but as many people won't want to go and see a deathcore show as they will a normal Bring Me the Horizon show.
Yeah.
And it's probably would never happen, but if it happened, I would be flabbergasted, but there would be a tiny little bit of me that wouldn't be surprised by it, because they're playing different style shows now. You know, they headlined Outbreak Festival, I think it was, with their pure deathcore set. And the timelines probably don't work out because they've started to do that, and Bloodstock probably book in advance. So it's probably not likely to have happened, because I don't think the booking would have quite worked out, because, they're booking so far ahead. But I'd be flabbergasted, but a little bit of me would be not surprised if it said Bring Me the Horizon playing only deathcore to headline Bloodstock. But it's a huge long shot. But just like I saw online, I was like, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly the same thing. That is a very interesting situation. Something I was thinking about maybe a week or so ago. But because of the Outbreak set, so they are most popular for their non-deathcore stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So if say for example they decided to go 3 or 4 years just touring only the deathcore stuff, and for example, Download Festival wanted them back, could Download say? Could they say we want you to play a specific set, or or could they just say we want to book you?
Download
at a risk
would not book them as a headliner playing deathcore.
No, I know.
They definitely wouldn't. That's like, yeah. Like they
would. Obviously, there would be a conversation about that, and they would say, right, we want you. If you play this stuff, you can headline. If you play this stuff, you can't headline. But yeah, it's it just made me think, like. Yeah, just exactly what I just said. Like, could a promoter or a booker say, I want to book you, but I want a say in what you can play, basically.
Yeah. It possibly could be, yeah, but no, because bands have been asked to play like albums in their entirety before, so I wouldn't be surprised if a conversation was had where they're like, you can come, but we don't want you to play the deathcore stuff. Can you play the pop metal stuff, please? Because that's where that's the sort of stuff our fans like.
Yeah.
So I'm totally with you. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that over the next few years.
And then quickly, I just run through a few other ones, just real quick. No, not headliners, but Anthrax. I think they're probably nailed on because the new album, and they haven't played in ages. One that I'm sure is pretty nailed on, and they cancelled the last time. It's Halloween, and I'm pretty sure there'll be main support for someone as well.
Oh, all these bands are making me. I mean, they're not announced yet, but it's making me excited.
Right. Okay, what about this, right? If it's Bruce Dickinson headlining with Halloween as main support,
oh my god,
you have to come.
I'm coming, and I will come next year. Yes.
So yeah, I think Halloween are pretty nailed on as well. So yeah. See,
still never seen them.
I'd love to watch Halloween with you. Children of Bodom, they're in like a new form now.
Okay.
Obviously, but they're being talked about a lot to play because they're playing other festival. I think they're playing the same festival that Bruce Dickinson was booked for as well. So I think Children of Bodom will probably end up. Yeah, another one is Devil Driver, who they were cancelled last time they played because Des had some health issues. He's still got the health issues because he's got a tumour in his brain. Which we found out the other day on the Gaza podcast, which was pretty shocking and insane. But apparently he's okay to do everything at the moment. It's not cancerous. It's just he has something on his brain, which made him go a bit funny for a while. But their new album, oh my God, fucking Lord, is it good? But yeah, I think they will be probably likely to be announced. And my other prediction, which is just a prediction that I want, but I think is possible because Max Cavalera just loves playing this, it's Soulfly for next year.
You've just mentioned a lot of good bands.
That's all that. If I was booking this festival, you'd like next year's set, next year's lineup. But yeah, anyway, they're just some of the predictions. There are loads more I've seen people talking about online, but they were just a few that I jotted down and thought we can talk about those.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so many cool bands there. If that is it, I'm going. Devil Driver. I was listening to him today. I still got to see Devil Driver again. Excuse me. Halloween, like I said, loads of them. I'm not going to carry on. Loads of them.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, if any of those, or I'm sure whatever the announcement will be, it'll be fucking great because they always manage to knock it out of the park announcement-wise. So yeah, I'm just buzzing to see. And then when we do our Bloodstock review episode afterwards, we can talk all about the 2027 lineup and what's in store for next year's Bloodstock.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the vlogs and everything, and not just yours. I know Stu's obviously going to be there. Chiz will be there. I feel like I haven't seen Chiz for ages. I'm pretty sure Dippy Donuts will be there, so there's going to be probably more vlogs that I want to see of Bloodstock than download this year, which is weird, but cool.
Well, because you're not there, so you're like, oh, cool, I want to see what happens.
Yeah,
so I get it totally, yeah.
It's
going to be good.
The old Pulse project, are those guys going?
Nope.
Okay. But anyway, we will, after Bloodstock, we will put a thing up of everybody, all of our friends that are going and vlogging it, and tell you to go and watch them. But anyway, yeah, so that is the end of this episode, though. The end of the preview of Bloodstock 2022, of course. Idiot. 2026 preview. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. So we have to say a massive thank you to our Patreons, who are Wendy, Joe Butler, Mike Ferris, Andy Taylor, Liam Hopwood, Tom West, Ethan Brown, Matthew, Chris Henderson, Henry Richardson, Chris Hambridge, Alexander Toon, and James. All of you guys, absolute massive legends. Thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. We really appreciate every penny we get. And every penny we get does go back into the podcast for various things. So, but yeah, so that's it. Simon, do you want to tell everybody where they can find you on all the various things that you're doing these days?
Yes, add me, Simon Says Cinema on Instagram and YouTube for all of my physical media stuff. Simon Says Festivals on Instagram. Simon Bond on YouTube. Also, my music, Mercury Night, if you want to follow me on Spotify.
I won't.
And my packing, what I'm packing for Bloodstock video, my Bloodstock hype / packing video should also be out on YouTube. So as we speak, so go and check that out if you haven't already.
Cool. Yeah, links to all of those will be in the description of this, whether it's on a podcast platform or YouTube. You should come and check out my other YouTube channel as well. It's a D&D actual play. We had a bit of a break, actually. I know I've still been advertising it and plugging it on here, but yeah, things got crazy when we were leading up to download, so we had a bit of a break. But I've been talking to the guys the last couple of days, and we are fully ready to start going again as soon as Bloodstock's over. So, yeah, it's all about music. But yeah, it's going to be really cool. The guys, I'm a terrible DM because I laugh too much. The guys are too funny. So come and see if I'm just a terrible DM or if they are just too funny. But yeah, that's Critical Pit as well. Sorry, Critical Pit. Again, that'll be in the episode description, wherever you're listening to or watching this. But for now, it's goodbye from Simon.
Goodbye.
And goodbye from me. Goodbye.